What's a girl to do? Lying on my bed staring into the blue. Unrequited, terrifying. Love is driving me a bit insane. Have to get this off my chest. I'm telling you today that when I talk to you, won't you better try through and shoot
Hello? Hello? Hello, hello? Hello, chat. How we doing? Let me move my mic so you guys can, like... Actually, wait, no. I need to keep it here. We're doing art today. Hello, Faye. Hello, Zero. Hope you guys have been having good days. I need to bring up my PNG tuber real quick. Because I forgot to do it. You're doing good? Glad to hear it. I'm doing alright. I'm like... God, I was taking a nap earlier. Because I don't know why. I've been like so exhausted lately for some reason. Like out of the blue. I'm just so tired. But yeah. Alright, let me do that. Do that. Do that. Ender Cookie, thank you for the daily sacrifice. I appreciate an orange sacrifice. 23 of them is crazy. And thank you for the faraway sacrifice. I keep saying... I swear I've seen faraway before, so it's kind of crazy that, you know, I've got it again. Or, like, I've seen it again for, like, one of you guys. Because, like, I think I've talked about how I, like, set up this, like, this system for, like, the adjectives that appear. I literally just copied a list of, like, over 1,000 adjectives. And, yeah, that's how we got this. So it's, like, kind of crazy. It's seen, the thing appear more than once, I guess. But yeah. Holy cow, 3-stream streak. We'd love to see it. Thank you for the Raccoonifer, as well as... Is that a cat? Is that a Glitch Cat? Ooh. I don't know who Glitch Cat's from, so I apologize. I am quite the fan of Good Kid, if you guys don't know already. But yeah. Anyways, you guys doing anything fun today? I was kind of big chilling most of my day, so yeah. Went on a walk today, that was cool. Nothing really eventful happened. But like, you know, I've been going on walks for pretty much the majority of summer. I think I like kind of took a break from them at one point because like it was like hitting like 80 degrees by the time I would wake up. I'm like, I do not want to walk in this. But like, I don't know. I've noticed like the same people around the same time. Like, oh, it's one of the basic Twitch emotes. I see. That makes sense. I just kind of noticed that I see the same people for specific times. They're like, I know your schedule. That's cool. You gotta set some things on fire for class. Ooh, did you have like? Was that? I'm assuming it's for chemistry. I mean, I guess another potential option would be like an engineer. I hate to say engineering, but like a workshop class. You know what I mean? Yeah. Oh, were you doing the thing where you like you're testing like different types of like materials and how they react with fire? Because that was a fun thing to do in chemistry. If I'm being for real. So I'm trying to figure out like where I want to continue this drive from. You've got great news. Do tell me. Do tell me. I love doing the litmus test things. Litmus test or something like that. What was it? I always remember that like copper makes fire burn green. Mainly because green is my favorite color. If you guys didn't know. You see, and that's why I think I would actually like the copper blocks. But like I've never actually, my building style does not like lend to like the usage of them, unfortunately. So I was like, I don't really know what to do with these guys, which is really interesting. But yeah. We now have 2 puppies. Oh my god! His name is Darwin. What breed are they? Are they the same breed that the other puppy? Apologize, I'm forgetting names. I should be better about this, but like, yeah. Hi. I seem to care. Yeah, originally I was planning on streaming yesterday, but like, I was like getting rid of moss, or like helping to get rid of moss, like around my house. So that was an interesting time. But yeah, it honestly wasn't that bad. It was just kind of like annoying because it's like really stuck. If you get what I mean. Oh, there's so much to cover still. It's fine. It's okay. Why the extra puppy, if I may ask? I'm assuming it's like, oh, it's kind of like felt like getting another, you know? Schnauzers. Oh yeah, Dixie. Yeah, Dixie June and Darwin James. I love them. What great names. See, whenever I hear like Dixie, I end up like thinking of like the deep south of like, the US. And it's purely because of like how much time I've spent learning about what's another word for underground that starts with S? Subterranean. We'll have a friend and playmate. You know, that's fair. Honestly, I can respect that decision. That is a fair enough decision. But yeah, the reason I think of like Deep South is like, oh yeah, they that was another term for that, and that was very prevalent for some reason in my learning of what was it of American history. I miss A-Push. I had a really great teacher. She like retired. She like retired that year in high school for me, but she was awesome. Like, okay, like if you weren't like keeping up with like the work, if you weren't like trying, she'd be like an absolute hard ass about things, which is like understandable. You're in an AP course. But yeah, I was like I was always like nervous. I was like, oh my god, we have to do like Socratic seminars all the time, and like, oh, it's gonna be miserable. Blah, blah, blah. History makes you sleepy. History's so interesting though. Well, obviously it's not for everyone, but like I love history. Okay, it depends on the history. Art history may be super sleepy, so I get where you're coming from. Because like the topic has to be interesting enough to like keep you engaged. I like learning about American history. I think it's pretty cool. Like if I had to pick a time period that I quite enjoyed, it would probably be Reconstruction, because I just think it's a very interesting time. It's hard to understand through school in general. Yeah, I think that's fair then. I think when, again, you just might have a different like way you learn that's probably more beneficial to you than like the sit down and lecture method. That's fine. But yeah, I will always adore history. I think it's cool. It is definitely one of my favorite subjects. Okay, correction. I like I said before, I quite like learning about American history, so that's what I have like more of a background in. Like I have like a history minor and everything. Like I sort of graduated with a history minor. I wasn't even intentionally going for it. It kind of just ended up happening because my academic advisor, she pointed out, like, hey, Arky, you know, you're actually quite ahead of schedule here because you took AP US history. I'm like, oh, you're right. And I had to do this thing called like an immersion. An immersion is like basically you go into you just kind of take a couple classes in something that's like outside your major, you know. And I did history because like, oh, history's cool. I quite enjoy it. And yeah, so that's how I ended up doing that. Cause like, I was like, yeah, my academic advisor was like, yeah, you should just like, you can probably go for a minor if you felt like it. I'm like, oh, for real? And she was like, yeah, for real. I'm like, oh, sick. I'm gonna do that. And I was only like a couple. I was only like a couple classes off from like getting a full minor and everything. It was crazy. I'm like, yeah, all right, I ball. Why not? And I originally attempted to like just fulfill all the requirements, like remaining requirements, like first semester of senior year. Then I'm like, this is actually a lot of classes to take at once, so I will in fact not be doing that. So I dropped the class I was originally gonna take, which is like more stuff. It was like a history of the Vietnam War and whatnot, which I still kind of wanted to take, but was like only offered in that. It was only offered in the fall semester. I'm like, but like I have too many classes right now. I want to be focused on like my film. So I ended up dropping it. And then that ended up being a good thing because like I decided I would just be going I was gonna be like a part-time student for like my final semester at college to make my life easier. It's also a lot cheaper if I did that because college is expensive, guys. Okay, college is a very expensive thing. But yeah, I ended up doing that. And I was like, oh, you need this many credits. I'm like, oh, cool. I can just use the other class I need to take. Oh, sorry. What was it? So, like, I have a specific scholarship and stuff, but I need to be taking, a set amount of credits to, actually have it. So I'm like, okay, cool. I can just, like, take another history class to fill my requirements, and I'll be all good. And I'll still be a part-time student, so I don't need to, like, pay in full. I'm like, yeah, cool, that was sick. So I did that. That worked out fairly well, actually. I took a pretty cool course. It was, I call it war class because it was like war and intelligence and like some other stuff. I thought it was very interesting. I did actually surprisingly good in it. The main thing in the class was that like, oh yeah, you're gonna be like reading from this one specific book. Allow. Hello, Rose. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. Waiting for college is probably gonna get so much more expensive. Oh, 100%. Honestly, just like with how college and stuff is going, like trade school probably isn't like a bad thing to look at because like there's a lot of like there's a large market for those things still. You're good but still grounded. That is unfortunate. I hope you get ungrounded soon. It will be alright. You'll make it, I hope. But yeah, college is just like just hella expensive. Like even with scholarships and whatnot, you're gonna be like putting yourself into debt if like with like the FAFSA doesn't like give you anything. Like my family is like way too yeah, we have means, so it's like, yeah, you don't actually get anything from the FAFSA. I'm like, yeah, that tracks again. But yeah, honestly, trade school probably not a bad thing to look into if you're into that kind of stuff. Like people are always gonna need like plumbers, electricians, welders, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, tis one of those things. I'm having such a great time right now because the industry I want to go into is literally on fire at the moment. Because like pretty much the second I graduated, the whole industry was kind of like gearing up for a whole strike, and the strike is happening right now actually. So yeah, obviously go support that. Stand with animation, everyone. Very important that you guys do that. If you want to actually like good quality shows written by people and not AI, yeah. But that's been going on, so like, ooh, finding work has been tough. So I've kind of had to like pivot what I was originally intending to. But yeah, I'm gonna head out now. Understandable. Have a great rest of your day, Zero. I hope you are gonna vibe. But yeah, the second I got out, things were going on fire. So I've had to like pivot into trying to go for like motion graphics and all that, which like I can kind of do because like, you know, I've been practicing with After Effects. But yeah, it's just it's rough. It's quite rough out there, but we'll make it. Hopefully, you know. And it's just like one of those things where you just kind of gotta like hope and pray. But I'm sure everything will work out in the end. But yeah. Oh my god. I saw something on Twitter that pissed me off. Okay. So, there's this dumb trend going around. Because people are like, yeah, we're gonna save these art pieces from AI. Because like some people made some art with AI, and like, yeah, okay, cool. On first glance, yeah, it looks cool as hell. Close up, it's like, oh, this looks actually kind of bad. It's pretty ugly, if I'm being honest. But there's this trend where people are taking these like art pieces. You gotta go. Understandable, Rose. Have a great rest of your day. I hope you get ungrounded soon. I hope you have a time limit on that. But yeah, they will take these art pieces, and they're essentially making fan art of it by like doing redraws. And they're obvious, and you know, at the same time, people are quote retweeting it. I'm like, hello? I'm sorry, but like doing this sort of behavior only promotes the fact that you know, is only promoting that this type of art is an acceptable, you know, part of, you know, in the like the art process, and like I really don't think it should be, you know. So I'm like, ugh, yeah, it feels icky to me. I do not enjoy it. Because, like, you know, the part of the ideation process is like, oh, you look up reference, like, oh, this might be a cool idea, let me try it out. Like, if you want to start an art trend, like, you know, do it with something that's not AI. And, you know, don't promote it. Don't actively promote the art piece at the same time. Like, I'm sorry. I have opinions on this because, like, you know, as an artist, like, you gotta have a little integrity. Like, part of me thinks it's just, like, younger people. Like, oh, yeah, I'm doing a good thing here. But, like, it's, in the long run, I think it's actually more damaging. I don't think, you know, AI has a big place in, you know, when you're creating art. I don't think it should. Yeah, I don't know. It's like the same thing. Like, I go on Pinterest. I'm like, oh, I see these character designs. I'm like, oh, it's AI generated. But like, oh, like this would be so much better if like if a person made these. Like, and I don't want like, you know, AI to be a part of like like my character design process. So it's like, it's not great. And listen, like a big reason for this is just because, you know, objectively speaking, generative AI should have been a neutral thing, a neutral and an ethically neutral thing. Okay, it is the fact that all these tech bros and whatnot are stealing, you know, stealing art to be used in like these large training sets and whatnot. and artists don't receive any credit whatsoever, and all that stuff. And then these art pieces are created using like all that stolen material, and then it is used to replicate art styles. Like, I'm pretty sure like Sam Does Art is dealing with this currently, because people are like, oh, Sam Does Art has a great art style. Let me just like yoink all their pieces, put it in a training set, and boom, now anyone can make his type of art. Oh, like his style of art. I'm like, this only hurts artists in the long run. Like, I don't know, that just got like me like thinking, because like if an artist were just to make a training model off of their own stuff and they start generating art that way, I'm like, I mean, yeah, technically speaking, it's ethical because all the art is yours. But like at that point, I also need to question your integrity as an artist, because like, what about art do you enjoy that you do not find any part of like the creative process fulfilling, to the point where you need to like just generate a crude imitations of your own work and just post that. I don't know, just like as an artist you have to like enjoy the process. Like, there's gotta be some part of the process that you enjoy doing, I feel like that has to be a thing. And don't get me wrong, I think AI can have a place specifically when it is to assist artists. My go-to example for that is Spider-Verse, because like in that movie, you can like see all the wrinkles and stuff on people's faces. Like, all that is automated, like, actually, because it is like such fine details, and like artists want to focus on some more macro stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, there's probably some artists out there who are like, oh, I love animating those like tiny details. But like, when it's like a massive production that needs to be out on a deadline, yeah, okay, that makes sense. They got all the artist consent. They made a they made their own training model, and that could like, and you can like correct it's like mistakes on the fly and all that. And it looks, and we can all agree that Spider-Verse is a phenomenal movie, right? Hi, Queen. How you doing? I hope you're doing good. I hope you're doing good, Queen. I am still working on this piece. How was your day? Did you have work today? I hope everything went well. And if anything didn't, I will fight the person who made it bad for you. But you do exist. Congratulations. We love to see it. Ooh boy, it's still gonna take like 20 years to like do. Like, there's so much space that just needs to be filled, and I can't quite see what's happening. Thanks to like, there's like this bubble in the way. You've never seen any of the Spider-Verse movies? You need to get on that, alright? The Spider-Verse movies are like actual pieces of art. Okay, I mean, objectively, yeah. Hey Rosa, what's up? How you doing? Hope you're doing good. But yeah, if you haven't seen the Spider-Verse movies, get on that. Spider-Verse is like such a like phenomenal. It is so good looking. Like, oh my god. I love the Spider-Verse films. I have the art books for like both movies, and I've gone through them. They're so good. They're so like dense with like stuff. I'm like, oh, it's sick to look at. Like, I want to get better character design, so like I can like help design characters for like movies like this. Order the wrong thing and then blame it on. Oh my god, we're fighting some customers today with this one. That is really annoying though. Like, damn. Like, of course the kitchen can always make a mistake and whatnot, but like, at like Wendy's or whatever, like I'm pretty sure you guys have like a high, like a fairly high, correct order rate. It's annoying when like a customer like makes a mistake and then tries to blame it on you. I can imagine that'd be very annoying. Dang. I hope it didn't get too heated at the very least. like some other incidents you've mentioned. But yeah, Spider-Verse, phenomenal films, highly recommend. 5 spicy fillets. You said fillet. 4 people heard her say fillet. Dang. What did she expect? If you say fillet, then, you know, you're gonna get a fillet. I don't know what to tell her. God. I cannot be, like, a person up front for customer service. She wants sandwiches. I see. I cannot be a person, like, up front in, like, customer service. I'm sorry. I cannot do it. I'm just, like... I don't have, like, customer service skills in the sense, because, like, oh my god, that would piss me off so badly. I'm just saying, I think food service would be a very different place if, like, you could actually fight the customers. Michaela, thank you for the daily sacrifice. Appreciated. These are spicy chicken sandwiches. Are the fillets, like, fish? Thank you for the sacrifice, queen. Appreciate it. Hi, Michaela. How you doing? A leafy sacrifice to the stars. I appreciate the salad. Thank you. Thank you for the praise. I most definitely deserve it. I made in every single sacrifice has been made. Thank you for the hug and head pats. I also deserve those. Like, I never really quite asked this, but, like, how are you guys feeling about, you know, all the, you know, I guess, like, about the daily sacrifice and, you know, prayer? How are you guys feeling about it? Thank you for the praise. I most definitely deserve it. A lame prayer to start. A lame one. A general miracle. Dang. Kid hair. Oh my god. You cannot hear. Hi, anyways, you'll be home soon. You will regain ears? Oh my god. Wait, I need to type out hi to cat now. Chicken fillets, you don't have fish. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I've never heard of Wendy's having fish. Hello, Kitter. I need to do dance. We need to do dancer. We need to do dancer for her. I will go out of my way to say hi to cat. It's very important that I go out of my way to say hi to cat. I'm a big fan of Kittersons. See, Cat's a real one. Cat can't hear this, but I think Cat's a real one because she showed up without you know, even being able to hear me. What a true pal. What a true pal of her right there. 3-stream streak. Let's go. We love to see it. It would be better if people were allowed to speak their minds to the customer. Yeah. I think, okay, there's like a place. There's a place that kind of does that. They're like, it's like the servers can be like rude and stuff to the customers and while they order and everything. Like, it's part of like the restaurant's bit. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? I don't know. It's like, it's such an interesting thing to do. Thank you for the daily sacrifice, Rosa. A kind-hearted sacrifice. Aw, so sweet. I appreciate this random lamb you found. I don't know when time begins. I don't know when time begins. But yeah. It's like in... I don't know, it's like in the same vein of like having like it's like an extreme bit. Like Heart Attack Grill. Heart Attack Grill has just like a very extreme bit. Where they, yeah, like, they just lean into just being super unhealthy and people show up anyways. I'm like, Jesus Christ. I could never go to Heart Attack Grill just because, like, oh my god. Yeah, I like look at the food and I just hear the calorie count. I'm like, Jesus Christ. How do people, like, even walk out of here alive? Like, I think I would have a heart attack, like, while I'm eating the food. You know? Like, it's that bonkers to me. But hey, people like it, so, like, you know. I guess they understand the risks, so they're like, yeah, whatever. But, like, holy cow. Like, have you guys seen the octuple bypass burger? It's insane. Like, I don't even know how you stand after eating something like that. Like, I think you're just supposed to die on the spot after eating it. I'm pretty sure that thing is designed to kill people, which is how many calories it has. Like, it's literally called the octuple bypass. Oh yeah, then it has like a whole thing where like, oh yeah, if you're like this heavy, you can eat here for free actually. Or you get like discounts and whatnot. Oh, it's crazy work. Oh, America is very strange when it comes to like food, I think. Like, holy cow. I wonder what other like restaurants have extreme bits like that. Because like with other restaurants, like they'll have like a theme of like, oh, we're like this type of restaurant, you know, like we're Mexican, we're Italian. Like I don't see like many restaurants. I don't think I've seen many restaurants that have like specific bits like that go like that crazy, you know. That's just what I think though. And maybe one day I'll actually like try and get good at like drawing flowers. Cause these flowers look a bit scuffy for real. Okay, why not? It's like petals are a bit scuffy. Wendy's is like, I don't know. Is it? You see, I see like Wendy's in like a similar vein. Yeah, I see it in like a similar vein to like Burger King and McDonald's. All right. I also know Wendy's because like there was a whole like a whole bit. Do you guys remember like Smug Wendy's? You know when like that was a whole bit. That was a weird time on the internet. Like that was like Wendy's like a bit, but like that was only for like a small portion of time. Like if you think about it, like it wasn't like existent for like a very long. Wait, what? When Krabby is that? Like, are you? Wait, huh? Is Wendy's introducing the Krabby Patty? I refuse to believe that's an actual thing. Smug Wendy's? Do you guys not know about Smug Wendy's? Oh my god. Okay. So there's a thing where like I think like one of the customer service reps was like you know, being really snarky on like their Twitter, and that became like a whole like trend. And then people started drawing like the Wendy's logo as like a smug anime girl, and then they kind of kept blowing up from there. So like the customer service just like kept getting more smug and smug, and then at some point it just kind of stopped. I don't know why. I cannot believe Wendy's is adding the Krabby Patty. Okay, what is in the Krabby Patty though? Because there's no way they actually got the formula. All right. I'm assuming it's also only a promotional thing, but still, what the hell? I still feel it's very strange, like a very strange thing to add to the menu. Like, you know, if you think about it. Like that feels a little off to me, but you know, it's not my business. I rarely even go to yeah, it was SpongeBob Krabby Patty meal coming out in October. What the? That's crazy. I mean, cool, but dang. That sounds like it'll be very fun when you get all the people trying to get a Krabby Patty. It's just a burger and it's called a Krabby Patty. Damn. I really hope someone comes in dressed as Plankton, though. That's gonna be really funny when that happens. But yeah, I hope you don't get too overwhelmed with it. You will die. I hope not. I'll be sad if Queen's dead. Queen dying would be a very unfortunate thing to happen. In my humble yet correct opinion. Emotionally dead. I'll still be sad if that happens. But yeah, it sounds like it'll be a bit overwhelming, not gonna lie. I wish you the best of luck with all of that. Because me personally, I would not want to deal with that, because Jesus Christ. He's the perfect ba-ba-ba. One day. Yeah, best of luck, Queen. You're gonna need it. A new band to potentially listen to. I would love to. I like listening to new music. It gets me out of like, I call these like musical ruts or like loops or whatever. But like, I'll catch myself like for like a couple months. I will like listen to the same songs, and then I'll add a whole bunch of new tracks, and then like the cycle just repeats. That's kind of how I listen to music. It's not great, let me tell you, but that's how I operate. It's a little strange, not gonna lie, but that's how I do things. But yeah, are they like an indie rock band? I love indie rock. Indie rock is so cool and fun and festive. See, I used to be a big fan of Eden as a kid. I don't know if you guys know who Eden is, but like they're kind of like an indie solo band. Ooh, the soft old rock vibe. Ooh, okay, I think I dig that. Not gonna lie. That sounds pretty good. Balu Brigada. Okay, cool. Balu Brigada. I will try and listen to them after stream. Yo, Diet, what's up? How you doing? An unsteady sacrifice of stars. It's appreciated, regardless. Welcome. Do you have any specific songs by them you'd recommend, or like any albums? Balu Brigada. Gotcha. I need to remember that. Thank you for the head pat, Michaela. And then because they opened for 21 Pilots. Oh, that's sick. I haven't listened to 21 Pilots in like forever. I listened to like 21 Pilots, I think, in like middle school. Like my name is Blurryface and blah blah blah. Oh, part of me kind of wants to go back. I don't know. I think like I just need to draw late at night again. It's been like, don't get me wrong. I draw late at night, but I'm like super focused when I draw late at night. You know. Oh my God, Kidder, you have your ears again. Hi, cat. Hi. Thank you for the daily sacrifice, Kidder. A gentle sacrifice to the stars. You killed that lamb, but you took it out gently. It did not rage as you killed it. It accepted its fate. Standing in the dark, everything again. God, I feel like I've barely made any progress since stream started. Like, objectively, I have, but dang. It was a peaceful death, yep. It was a peaceful death. Thank you for granting that, Kidder. I assume that you know, it would have appreciated it going out that way. Moonman is good, and Good For You is about Good For You. Sorry, I thought of like Dear Evan Hansen when I heard Good For You. Yeah, so many flowers, holy cow. But yeah. Okay, guys, you wanna know a fun and cringy fact about Arkifer? All right, a fun and cringy fact about Arkifer. I started like listening to Good For You back in like in my high school era, and in my high school era, I also was very into My Hero Academia. So I wanted to like make animatics for like the entirety of Good For You, not Good For You, Dear Evan Hansen, but like, you know, as a My Hero AU. I never went through with it because I was always busy. I was always like super stressed and busy in high school, so I didn't actually have enough time to do it. But yeah, that was that was one of the things I wanted to do when I was younger. Looking back on it now, I would absolutely not do that, but Jesus Christ. No, it gets worse, I was also, like, into Hamilton in my, like, sophomore year. I was also really into Undertale, so I was, like, making a whole, like, Undertale Hamilton AU. It was so bad. So bad. But I decided, I eventually did not draw that. I actually, okay, somewhere on, like, my family computer, there is a file that has like the beginnings of it. I did make an Undertale animatic to some song. I forget which one it was though. It wasn't a musical. It was music by some edgy band though. That much I do know. But yeah. And I think this is privated on my YouTube channel, but like it still exists. I think there I have what is it? I think there's like a wolf in sheep's clothing animatic to with like yeah, I think there's like a wolf in sheep's clothing animatic, and it's like Minecraft Steve and Alex. You made a Ninjago Hamilton AU? Oh my god, yeah. Dream SMP anime? It had, honestly, that's fine though. That's chill. It was bad. It'd be like that. I wanted to get into like the Dream SMP animatics just to like, oh, I wanted to like so badly to have like that Dream SMP like artist glow up, and it just never happened. I don't know. I could never get myself motivated enough to like draw it out. It's never it. I had OCs which were necessary specific for Undertale, but sort of stem from an Undertale thing, and we signed. Oh my god, that's so base though. There were multiple Mythos animatics, really real. I think did I ever make any Mythos? I never made any Mythos animatics. I never made any Skyline animatics either. I should though. I had like an idea of like one specifically for like Fern and Lily. It's like one Paramore song. I forget which one. But the idea is out there. It exists. I'll just never make it. So many ESP art pieces real. Honestly, I think I'll just like get into making a whole bunch of like Alunera animatics, because I don't think Alunera is coming back. So I could just like make a whole thing out of it, and like, yeah, this is just this story now. Which I think would be very funny. Yeah. And when he posted it, oh my god, that was like me and Michael, right? Alunera Annex. Yeah, I need to get, honestly, I probably should just start just doing it after stream. I don't really have too much going on at the moment, so I'm like, yeah, I mean, I can do that. Me and Michael. One of the few things I know about Kidder is that one specifically. But yeah, I'm trying to think of what other cringy things I did back in the day. I have a whole bunch of animation memes of like my OCs and whatnot on my channel. I've privated most of them because you see, I don't need my friends having ammo against me. There's 31k views. What the hell? That's crazy. I think the biggest video I have only has like maybe 5k. Kind of need to check now, low key. But it's not that many. If I'm being for real. If I'm being for real, it's not that high. Also, I just haven't really done much YouTube stuff in a while. Like, I have stuff uploaded, but like they're not like videos, if that makes sense. Like, oh cool, I needed something here. Yeah, sure, I'll do this. Yeah, okay, the largest video I have is like only 6k, so that's crazy. And that was back when like story time animation was like really popular. Your singular claim to fame, yeah. I was originally like a story time like YouTube maker. I thought that was fun. I thought that was cool. And honestly, I'm kind of tempted to get back into it. Then it's more like, oh, what do I even talk about now? My life's kind of boring, low-key. But I don't know, I guess I can just talk about my college experience. I can do that, like an after effect. Because originally I always planned like, oh yeah, during the summer, I was just like, yeah, this is like my college recap. But yeah, now that college is like over, it's like, I don't know what to do now. But if I were to make a video, I would definitely make a video called How Not to Make a Short Film. That's what I would do, I think. Because I think it's just, I think it would be useful for some people. But yeah, it is one of those things. You saw that animatic before? Oh my god. Congratulations, kidder. You're famous. See, there's like so many leaves coming from like this area. It's like hard to tell where anything is really. But yeah. God, why am I like... Ugh. Need water. You see, I don't know why. I should be like used to streaming right now, but like, I don't know why my throat's been like hurting more like the more I talk. I guess it's because like for D&D and whatnot, I end up talking a lot more because like as a DM, you're just like constantly talking. As I've come to learn, you are just constantly talking. It's really funny, you know, like during like some points during session, I can just kind of like I can rest my voice now while my players wait to make a decision. It's great. I appreciate that. But yeah, D&D was the last session was very funny because I trapped for a little bit. I sent my characters, my players into a maze. It was meant to be more freeform because like what's it? I kind of just made a randomly. I got like a randomly generated maze. I'm like, yeah, this should probably be fine. It was like okay, but it was very linear. Okay, the issue was that it was very linear. So the way I intended it for it to work is like, oh, all the players are gonna like split up, go their own way, and then while they're looking around, the hunters and whatnot, like, which was like fellow students of this campaign because it's a Ruby campaign, would like occasionally attack, like will go up and like run up and attack them, and then like run into the darkness. That was like at least the intent of things. It didn't quite pan out that way, but my players did some funny things. Like instead of like looking for the way out, one of them was like, yeah, actually, I'm going to just straight up get one of the hunters out. So they would consistently like make as much noise as possible while like preparing for to counterattack, and the second like a hunter would show up, they would like bash their skull in. It was crazy work, but honestly, it worked out fairly well. They did some crazy damage. But yeah, that's just the silliness of the campaign. D&D. I say D. Okay, so I use the term D&D like loosely. It's more like because it's a very just homebrewed. It's a very homebrewed system. D&D, yeah. Like, I'm not saying TTRPG. D&D is just an easier shorthand. No, literally. I have to be prepared for like what these guys do, what they plan. Because, like, you don't want to, like, railroad your players, but you also need to push them in the right direction, so it's, like, kind of striking the balance. One of them, like, tried to fish, and, like, one of my friends, she's, like, more of an experienced DM than me, and she was like, yeah, like, Arky, you know you don't need to, like, entertain every, like, dumb thought, right? Like, oh, yeah, I know, I just want to make you guys miserable. So I literally just, like, yeah, I want to try fishing on school grounds where there is objectively no fish, and they go to like one of the statues and there's like water like around it. I'm like, you see the huntsman statue, you think it's like the King of Vale, and then below it you see a pool of reflective water, and as you gaze into it, like you see a reflection of yourself. And how dumb you look for trying to fish on a school campus. But, like, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Um, with how it worked. Like on my like at my college, I've seen people like fishing on school grounds, like, cause we like there's like a river that like cut through it, kinda more like a stream if I'm being real, but there's like a stream that cut through it, so I would occasionally see people fish. I also ran into a lot of geese there, so yeah, that was neat. At least I thought it was neat. I thought it was fairly cool that there were geese on campus. I remember like this was like one of the days. Yeah, this okay. So it was like before graduation, but after finals and whatnot. Um, and I don't know. Oh yeah, it was like no. When was this? I think it was probably it might have been like the day before graduation or whatever. It was like a complete free day for me because like I didn't know what to do. I was like kind of just packing up my place really. Because you know I was literally just leaving day of graduation, which is such a pain if I'm being so for real. Oh my god. But yeah, that was what I had to deal with. But yeah, I just took like a whole lap around my campus and everything. It was a nice walk. I was like I left my like apartment at like 5 in the morning and just like did a whole lap around campus, which is crazy work, honestly. But I remember like texting my dad like a photo of the geese. He was like, "What are you doing up?" I'm like, "Oh, I don't know, couldn't sleep, so I decided to go on a walk." Smiles. Yeah, I ended up just taking like a fat nap later in the day, but yeah. Goofy work like that. Don't you feel it to confess that I love you from the start? But yeah. Oh, the weird in-between period where I was like done with school and like because I turned in my last assignment on like a random I finished my last assignment at like probably like noon on May 3rd. All right, it was a random Friday night. It was just a random Friday, really. My last assignment in college was finishing up a paper for my for like my war class, and it was kind of like a retrospective on everything, like what we learned and all that. I got like a 95 on it. I thought I was going to do horrible. I, in fact, did not do horrible. I did actually fairly well, surprisingly, given everything. But yeah. I don't know, it was such a surreal experience, because, like, since I'm, like, out of academia now, I am, you know, like, I'm an adult now. I'm, like, out of college and everything. I'm like, oh, shucks, like, what do I do? So it's been a strange experience, to say the least. I don't think it's been bad, but like I haven't really. It's just been job searching, really. So yeah. Yo, you're teaching your friend to sing choir songs. Oh, nice. Soprano, well, she's an alto. Gotcha. I wish your friend luck. Have fun teaching them. Yeah. Everything again. This can't be the end. Can't be the end. But yeah, it's just like one of those experiences. Okay, this is looking better. I need to remember to save. That's important. Oh my god, it's still taking like 20 years. I mean, it's getting more and more filled out at the very least, so that's good. But like, damn. I'm leaving like the specific area here kind of like free-ish, so what's it? I'm just leaving it free, so like, you know, people, you can just like kind of look through it if you wanted to, because like you're kind of like meant to see like the edge of the, like, I guess, because like it's a sculpture, so like you can kind of like see the edge of everything there, because like everything's not like pushed up directly against the like wall, question mark. I don't know how else I would describe it. But yeah, that was my thought of calling it. Let's call it The Wall. Why not? Summer is the best song by Good Kid. and that is 100% fact. At least it's my favorite. I think it's the best one. They cooked so hard with that song. I remember I introduced it to Lyle, and we both like listened to it for like an entire day straight. It's such a vibe of a song, you know. I don't know how else to explain it. It's just such vibes. I will definitely be listening to it on my on the technically speaking it's still summer because like the solstice, it's not solstice, the equinox hasn't happened yet, the autumnal equinox. I do wonder, okay, I don't know if any of you guys would know this, but like why is fall synonymous with autumn? Because autumn, like saying autumn is, I don't know, I think autumn is just it's a more pretty word than like fall. You know, fall is just basic. Like I assume it's called fall because like the leaves fall. But like, how do we get like a distinction between like autumn and fall? Like how did that happen? Because that just seems like a weird occurrence. Or I don't know, maybe it's just like both words developed to mean the same thing. Like fall is just a nickname. I don't know. I think that's a thing I need to look up on Wikipedia later. I suppose. I kind of just do that. I kind of just like. You ever just like think of questions like while you're bored? On Google, I appreciate it, Faye. Doing the hard work for me. You see, this is why having chat is great. Is because I can just like subtly manipulate them to do stuff for me. This is a joke, by the way. I greatly appreciate all of you. Autumn comes from the Latin word autumnus, and the passing of the year. Fall comes from the Old English words of feel and phelan, which means to fall from a height. Ah, I see. So I guess both the words just showed. Okay, yeah, I can see why both words would show up. Okay, yeah, that's fair. That's a fair enough explanation. It was the fall of the leaf, in contrast to spring, which is spring of the leaf. Oh. Okay, I didn't necessarily think like. I always thought when like spring was always in reference to like flowers, like the flowers like spring up from the earth, you know. More formal name for the season. Yeah, autumn is like a more formal season. That makes sense. Fall is like the casual one. I guess because like, I guess autumn sounds like super fancy or whatever. So I was like, oh yeah, this is a very formal name and whatnot. I guess that makes sense, I suppose. Yes, I seem to care. I was doing a different art piece today, and when I started like experimenting with some line work, I realized I started drawing on the wrong. I started doing like the art on the wrong layer. I'm like, oh god. So this is why people label like because for the most part, I as you can see, I don't like label my layers typically. But I think in that case, it probably would have been good if I labeled my layers. I probably wouldn't have made that mistake. No, I still wouldn't have made that mistake if I'm being for real. But like, oh. So I don't know, I have to go back and reline. I was gonna go back and like do another line pass anyways, but like, oh. Feels bad. It's always very unfortunate when that happens. Well, you gotta just roll with the punches, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those things. I need to get back into drawing. I feel like I've been in like a kind of like a creative rut with it when it comes to drawing, unfortunately. So it's like, like I'll make it. Don't get me wrong, but like, Oh, I just quite haven't felt. Maybe I'm like burnt out. Like the burnout is like finally catching up after like college and all that. So I was like taking a break because I took a couple like days break from it. I'm like, yeah, I'm feeling okay, but okay, I also like want to draw. But I don't know, it hasn't quite felt the same, if that makes any sense. Maybe it's just like creative burnout in general. Who knows? Because like at the same time, I'm like trying to do stuff like oh yeah. By the way, guys, I have a TikTok account. If you guys didn't know, I'm reposting like all the reels and stuff I post on Instagram. But yeah, I've been creating it since November of last year. You know, barely crawling out of it. Yeah, it's like one of those things you can't force, you know, and it just sucks because like I want to do so much, but like I just do not feel it, like in the slightest. But yeah, okay, so. You guys want to know something even more funny? I originally had a different TikTok account, and it has like the regular Archifer title. I forgot the password. I forgot what email it's tied to. Alright, it still exists. Okay? It still exists. I can look up the old videos on there, and there's one I really, really want to delete, but I can't. Like, I can't because I'm not logged in to do it. And I don't know what account it's tied to, and I can't get rid of it, and I can't delete it. So I just ended up making a new one. Yeah, so you can go follow that if you want. I can drop it. I can drop it in... I can drop it in chat, though. I can do that. That's the thing I can do. I mean, I like updated my link... Nope, this is LinkedIn. I updated my link tree. So that's cool. I probably should make a thing for that, though. Increase the circuit for something like that. I don't know. But that was... It looks so much better than it did before, in my humbly correct opinion. It looks a lot better than before. Let me grab the TikTok link. There we go. Okay, you know what, you guys can just have the link tree. The TikTok's the first one. Alright, trust. Alright, it exists. It's real. Oh my god, okay. I've been having dropped frames, like, I've been having like a quarter of my frames just be dropped lately. It's not a good sign. This has just been a regular occurrence, by the way. Like, I don't know what happened lately, but like, I don't know why. Whenever I'm like trying to stream and whatnot, I will see that I have a lot of, more dropped frames than I used to have for some reason, and I cannot tell you why. I wish I had an explanation. Like, I really do. I just do not know why this is like happening now, out of all times. I don't know. Maybe my laptop's starting to give out or something. Cause like, I've had this since like freshman year, and like, cause I got it like in December as like a Christmas gift or whatever. All right, and then like shortly after that, I say shortly, but like over the summer, I got into Mythos. That was like kind of a beefy mod pack, considering everything. All right, considering I was on a laptop, so I don't know if my GPU is like starting to give out or something. Because there was a period in time in Skyline where, there was like some GPU incompatibility or something like that, especially with like Minecraft, and I would just like, the game would just like randomly crash for me. It would just randomly freeze, everything would go blank, and then I would be, Minecraft would crash, but not only Minecraft, I'd be like kicked from Discord as well, so I don't know what tied the two together. I got that whole like deal sorted, but yeah, you remember this, yeah. And it was really funny because this was also happening. This was happening during Fern's debut in Skyline. Which I thought was very unfortunate timing, but like it worked out in the end. So like like between moments and stuff, like I like literally between moments, like I would like show up for a little bit, do the scene, I would crash, and then like while everyone else is like doing their own thing, like to progress the plot and whatnot, I am like desperately fighting to log back onto the server. It was so brutal. It worked out in the end, but like goddamn, do not want to deal with that again. Holy cow. But yeah. So yeah, it was a very, very goofy, very silly time when that was going on. Oh my god, please. I wish for this to be, take less time to do, but it's also, like, important or something. Oh, I kind of like the idea of just, like, looking afar, like, oh, that's cool, and then you just kind of look close, I'm like, oh, you can actually, like, see the, like, individual flowers if you, like, felt like looking close, you know? Oh, well, I will cope, because this is also just gonna keep taking forever. I was gonna make a whole animatic of Alunera arc to this song specifically, because I thought it was quite fitting for the character. It's gonna be so funny when Alunera comes back. It's like, oh shucks, this is gonna be nothing like the animatics I posted on YouTube. Which I think would be very funny, but I have no clue if it will, because that's like up to Marshy. I believe this is Bubbly by Good Kid. We should listen to Good Kid in general, kidder. I'm quite the even meaning to kidder. I'll get you Good Kid pilled. All right. You're already epic pilled. I can get you Good Kid pilled. They're not similar in the slightest, but I think it's just feasible. All right. How does that sound, Cat? That's your everything, guy. You should just do. Yeah, you should just do things, Cat. No, but that's like me with like watching TV shows. Like I understand. Okay, I get it. Like God, I have like so many like shows I've just like put on a wait list, and like I should just like watch these. Okay. Like if I like stopped like scrolling on Twitter, I could like probably like just straight up just like watch a whole episode or something. But like that's why I usually just like I've been trying to like watch stuff with people. Like I watched like all the free run with like Pushu. Well, that was fun. And like Pushu got me to like watch all of DuckTales, because I've been wanting to watch DuckTales. But like, I'm gonna be so for real. DuckTales is like 69 episodes long. I could not watch that solo. Honestly, I might be starting Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood at some point, because I've heard it's just so good. Like I gotta watch it. Like I get like some of the memes and whatnot. But yeah, sounds good. Exactly. DuckTales, woo! I've watched in the entirety of DuckTales. It's such a good show. It's so good. I love DuckTales. I was so sad. I was really sad learning that there was actually supposed to be like a season 4, but like got canceled. Like, what do you mean it got canceled? This was goated. I will never forgive Disney. Why does Disney like cancel like their good shows? I'm sorry, but like, what is this? Like, Owl House got like a shortened season 3. And like, what? Why? Owl House was such a good show. It deserved like a full season, a full season 3 in my opinion. One thing, but if you don't watch it, yeah. They really do be like that. Yeah, no, that film was so good. It was so good. I quite enjoyed it. Because, like, I can tell, like, the structure they're going for, because, like, you know, with the... It was, like, the first season, that was a Dewey season. The second season was a Louis season. Louis is my favorite, by the way, because he's evil. Louis is just such a funny character. I adore him. So then, like, naturally following that pattern, season 3 was going to be the Huey season. But since they also needed to wrap up everything, you know, it also became, like, a Webby season, and also, like, other characters had, like, bigger moments and whatnot, like Launchpad. Like, that's fine and all. But, like, Huey just, like, did not... Like, Huey got, like, a couple episodes of focus. And, I don't know. His development feels a little more lackluster compared to, like, his brothers. Like, to the other triplets. Which is so unfortunate. Like, there's a moment in season 3, like, oh, I wish some of this stuff was actually foreshadowed, and this was, like, the culmination of his arc in this moment. Huey deserves better. No, Huey deserves better for real. Like, Huey, like, fun guy, but, like, he deserved better. So much better for real. But, you know, whatever. And the show's over now, so yeah. Apparently they were also gonna, like, make a Darkwing Duck reboot. Or there were, like, talks of one, but they never made it, which is unfortunate. Because, okay, if you look at the OG Darkwing Duck, show, and look up its Wikipedia page, it says Season 1 and Season 2 were airing simultaneously. And, like, the first season of the Darkwing Duck show is 65 episodes, and then seasons 1 and 2 are, like, seasons, 2 and 3 are, like, another, like, 13, like, each. I'm like, what happened here? Like, what an insane syndication. Like, I could not... I was baffled with what I was looking at, if I'm being so for real. I was confused. You know, I was baffled. But, you know, it's what it is, I guess. I feel like I've been listening to this song for a while now. What? Oh, it's still looped back. Huh. I'm back anyway. This can't be the end. This can't be the end. But yeah, I don't know. It's just like one of those things, I guess. It was strange, though. Okay, let me tell you, it was strange. But yeah, I don't think I'll ever like watch. I was watching OG DuckTales, like the 19 whatever series, like 1990s. I don't know. God, the voices are so grating. I'm so glad they gave like Huey, Dewey, and Huey, Dewey, and Louie all different like voices. I'm really glad they did that. Because I don't think I could like stand like the main characters sounding like Donald. But I'm glad they kept Donald just like having like, you know, like his his iconic voice. But yeah, I don't know. It's also like really funny the bits where like Donald like gets an absolutely like Chad voice. I'm like, hello, Donald Duck. What is going on? But yeah, it's just like that. But I don't know, like OG Scrooge is just like so mean. Like, oh my god, like he would like sort of just invite people into his house just to like he would like invite like commoners, like because he's like a billionaire and whatnot. He would invite commoners into his house, like make fun of them when they ask for money, and then have like a very like creative way of like kicking them out of the house. It was weird. I don't know. I didn't quite like how they characterized him personally. But yeah, honestly, it was kind of like crazy looking at all the stuff that they take from the OG comics, because like the triplets and like Donald Duck, they've existed for like a really long time. Like I think they've existed for like at least 50 years. All right, like they've existed as a concept for like an insane amount of time for like a character. you know. So like it's like holy cow. They've been around forever, basically. Like they're institutions at this point, you know. I think that's the best way to describe them. And they're functionally institutions. But yeah. So there's just like a plethora of stuff to like, you know, base things off of. And since like DuckTales 2017 is a reboot, they can like look at stuff from like the OG show and just like do it better. Like everything with like Gizmo Duck, I'm like, oh my god. I like the Gizmo Duck and like Darkwing Duck rivalry though. That was really funny. Even though it didn't quite amount to much, I thought it was cool. Especially with like some bits that appeared in the finale. I think that was neat. God, I want to be done with this. I want to be done with this soon. Coincidence. Yo, Willow, what's up? Oh my god, I feel like it's been forever since I've seen you. How are you doing? How are you doing? I hope you're doing good. I hope life has been treating you well. What is up? I've been doing anything fun lately? Dead across the room, I wanna meet you in a forest. I wanna meet you, but it's too soon. I can't sleep. Let's see, I'll probably just end up like covering this like intersection with like orange or something as like a base color or something like that. Maybe, I don't know. So I should probably just like save. It's very important to remember to save. Saving artwork is great. Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious to see what like other shows are gonna come out. Like as far as reboots go, like DuckTales was a phenomenal reboot. I think. Been a hot minute. You're doing well because I need to occupy. Unfortunately, it'd be like that. I've been doing all right. Graduated and stuff. I forget if you've been like around for that, but yeah, I'm a graduated boy. That's cool. I'm job hunting now. Yeah. That's been that. I've been big chilling. Summer's been all right for the most part. So yeah. But yeah, that's been a life at the moment. Thank you, appreciate it. Yeah. Animation industry is on fire at the moment though, so I was like, oh boy. But we're making it. I don't quite have to, I don't think I have to pay rent yet at home, so we're good. For now, at least. Down across the room, But yeah, I've been vibing and drawing. That's been pretty fun. The weather is hopefully gonna stop being hot soon. I am praying. It should not be hitting like 80 degrees in September. I'm sorry. Like I was talking to one of my friends, and he was like, "Yeah, I kind of hope it like stays like this." I'm like, "Why? It's miserable." Cause like, okay, don't get me wrong, I can like handle 80 degrees and all that. Like, it's not the worst, or by any means, okay. Like, I'm straight up built for like hot weather. Oh my god, it should not be this hot. It should be like, it should be cooling down. It should be like hitting 70s at like its absolute like max on like a rare day right now. I'm so ready for fall. The leaves are already changing. I'm like, it's gonna look so pretty here. I love fall. All right, for a long time I said summer was my favorite, but like that's only because like summer vacation existed, you know. Fall is like just like the best season, period. All right. I think like the only thing with fall that you can kind of like, you know, you kind of knock it for is like it's, you know, it's like, you know, flu, kind of like the start of like flu season and all that, because like it's getting colder, so it's easier to get sick. But even then, like, I'd argue like winter's kind of like worse for that. And like fall is like optimal. It's like it's optimal hoodie weather. Okay, just awesome, like crisp, cool vibes, and all that. All right. You don't have to deal with pollen. All right. Like there's just so many pluses. Okay. There's so many pluses. And like if you get sick, like I feel like, you know, nowadays like it's a bit easier to avoid getting sick if you're like wearing a mask or something. You can wear sweaters everywhere, you can be comfortable in a blanket. Exactly. I feel like the sun is setting at a more, like starting to set at a more reasonable time. It's comfy season, exactly. It's objectively like the most comfy season, you know? Like, I know people will say winter's comfy. Winter is not comfy. I'm sorry. Okay, you enjoy being indoors in winter. You enjoy being indoors and comfy there. You cannot go outside and be comfy in winter. I'm sorry. It is like bitter cold and everything in winter. This is just simply why the fall is the best season. I will spread this propaganda far and wide if I have to. Because it is the truth, and nothing but the truth. You know, just like, you know, me too, though, okay? Like, I've slipped on ice before, it sucks. I slipped on ice and I sprained my ankle. I'm glad it wasn't anything worse, but like, this happened in middle school, I think, but like, I slipped and I sprained my ankle, and I had to like get a small, like, a boot for it, to like, keep my ankle, like, all good. Well, let me know it's the best it is the best season, okay? I don't care if people do, like, you know, talk about, like, basic things like pumpkin spice and whatnot. Like, that's fine. It's fall vibes there. It is all fall vibes. We love fall vibes, you know? That's what I'm preaching. Alright, fall vibes are great, and we love to see them. Like, I think pumpkin spice is just, like, overhated, because, like, it is just literally a spice blend. It is literally a spice blend. Like, this, like, yeah, sure, it can be kind of basic, but, like, yeah, who cares? Like, it's, like, not that big a deal, alright, you know? I never had it before. I don't think I've had it before. I've like had, I feel like you know, if you've ever had like pumpkin pie, I feel like it would taste like that. I've never had it before either. But, like, you know, pumpkin spice, I just like, oh, yeah, it's probably like pumpkin pie or something, yeah. That's what I've always thought. I could obviously be like horribly wrong, and that is in fact not what pumpkin spice is at all in the slightest. But I've yet to see anyone correct me on that. Probably because I don't actually talk about it, but like, I think that is just like objectively what it is. I think it's just like, you know, a specific spice blend that is like meant to emulate pumpkin pie. You know, pumpkin spice chai thing today? Exactly what it is, a pumpkin pie. Exactly. Though I guess it's like slightly different because like, okay, if you like took all the spices that you're using on pumpkin pie and you like, you know, put it into like a tea, it would taste completely different because you know, you bake a pumpkin pie, so everything goes like under like, you know, chemical like changes and whatnot. So like, it is just like modified. It's like modified seasonings essentially. So I was like, it's really not that impressive. Like, I don't doubt that it tastes good, because, like, if it didn't taste good, it wouldn't be, like, such a huge seasonal thing, you know? But, like, I also, like, just don't order, like, food out enough for me to, like, care. I think I might have had, like, one at college, because, like, you know, I was at college. I'm responsible for my own food at college. Because, like, you know, I had to, like, grab a job, and then, like, oh, yeah, I pay for my own groceries and all that. Also, like, I don't think it is like a thing that's like talked about a whole lot. At least I haven't seen many people talk about it. But like going from that and then just like going back home where like you don't really have as many responsibilities as before, it's such a jarring feeling. Cause like I was like, oh yeah, I need to pick up shifts so like I can like get this much X amount of money so I can like pay for groceries this week. And like, yeah, okay, this is fair. That makes sense. Blah blah blah. And then I'm back home. Like I don't need to do that anymore. I'm like, oh, huh, it's weird. It's a strange feeling. I don't know if I like it, or I don't know if I like it. I guess it's like going from like having like that freedom of like you are responsible for yourself to like yeah, you can kind of like chill. I'm like I kind of don't want to chill. Because I've been like used to taking care of myself and all that for like X amount of years or so. Oh, it's just like it is an interesting thing I've noticed. Tends to be like that sometimes. Yeah. I think it also like at college I just had like more freedom to do things because like at home I don't like I have my license, I just don't have a car to drive. So it's like, oh, okay. What do I do? It is a wee bit strange. Like at the same time, there's like nothing in my town. I have like 2 seasonal things in my town and they do not overlap. So it's like, okay. I just get to be bored. That is the solution. The solution I have is boredom. So I just chill at home. A bit insane. But yeah, I don't know. I think like whenever I move out or something, I'll feel better about things, I guess. Because I assume like my feelings will change. Because like, oh yeah, it's back to being responsible for myself. Though I guess I'll just like have. It'll be different too. Because like I think at that point, like, oh yeah, I'm paying rent. Because like beforehand, because like even though I was like in an apartment, it was like owned by my school, so like rent, quote unquote, was already like in my tuition. Yeah. My favorite anime artist? I don't know if I'm being for real. I can. Okay, so I'm gonna be so for real. I kind of just like forget artist names, especially if they're like foreign. I could not like drop a handle or not or something, but if you look up Meowvian, I think she has really cool art. She is my friend from college. She's super cool. She also made me a pretty neat thing, so that you guys will see that eventually. Oh my god, Sapphire, what's up? It's been forever. How are you doing? Hope you're doing good. Oh my god, we're making like good progress on this one. Holy cow. Just trust the process, Archifer. Okay, actually, like, okay. Like, at a distance, I kind of like it. Like, I kind of like dig all the flower details and whatnot. I think it's neat. You passed your written driving test? Nice, that's nice. Is that getting the permit, or is that, like, just an aspect of, like, getting your license? My god, actually, I need to double check if I need to get it. No, wait. I did update my license, yeah, sorry. Getting the permit, gotcha, yeah. Sorry, I had to think for a second, like, oh wait, yeah, my license did get, I got a new license. So my license expired. Alright, my license expired. And it cost me like $50 to get a new one, and like, I don't even drive. Like, why am I doing this? Well, whatever, it's like good to keep it updated. Because like, they introduced a thing, it's called like Real ID here in America, and it's like, oh yeah, you can use this in like place of a passport if you're, you know, traveling domestically and whatnot. Like, okay, that's neat, I guess. I don't really travel a whole lot, so, you know, cool, I guess, or whatever. But yeah. It's one of those things. But it's useful. It was useful for like when I was in college, cause yeah, I just wanted to like, show my license. Like, yeah, you're good to go. Cause like I'd have to travel between like Rochester and like where I live now. What am I drawing? Okay, so I saw this. I saw this really pretty art piece. I'm like, cool. I want to draw something like that. So doing it now with one of my OCs. I'm not, as you can tell, I'm not very good at drawing flowers, but you know, I think it's neat regardless. But yeah, it's little things like that. So that is in fact what I am drawing at the moment. Looks weird. I like it exactly. I don't know. It's like it elicits some sort of emotion out of me, so I'm like, yeah, I feel like I just gotta draw it now. I was saying, say a whole life at this point. Don't you know this is ever called? Yeah, no, that's understandable. Thank you, appreciate it, Willow. Let me find out. Yeah, no, like, okay, so I didn't like. So I moved for like college. All right, I moved far away where I couldn't come home regularly, but like not super far where like it'd be very like you know super annoying to drive to. What am I drawing there? So like I could like take a flight and everything, and, like you know get back to get back home. So that was good. I was like what, pretty long train ride from like Rochester, but you know we made it. We out here making it, chat. But yeah, it was nice getting out of like my hometown for a while. I will say, I don't know, cause like I didn't like move around a whole lot growing up, but like growing up, I was in one town, and then around first grade, I moved to where I currently am. I've been staying there since. And there's like a brief period where like I lived in an apartment, and I really do not recall that time well at all. I think that was like in between. No, I think I moved into an apartment while I was in kindergarten for like a little bit. I can't quite recall. It's just been that long. I'm old. I'm like 22 now, guys. I'm an old man of her. Let me tell you, being 22 does not feel any different from being like 21. All right, I do not feel change. I guess because it just haven't quite hit yet. Also, I think it's just because like I didn't really do anything like 21-year-olds do. Old man Argifer, yeah, I'm old man of her. Soon the back pain's gonna hit and everything, and it's gonna be over for me. But that's gonna be fun. I don't know. I feel like I need to like start doing like exercises just to like prevent that specifically from happening. No, I think unshrimping would probably help from that. My posture has not been great this stream. Now that I think about it, I can feel like the tension in my back like is starting to like build up. Like, why is that? I'm like, oh, I'm like low key kind of shrimped right now. But yeah, low key kind of shrimped. But yeah, I don't know, I don't like drinking or anything. Like, I'm not super into alcohol. I think alcohol is low-key kind of gross, but I've been told that like, I just need to find the right one. I'm like, I kind of don't explore because that sounds expensive. But I've been given some recommendations, so who knows? Maybe one day I'll try them out. But for now, it's like, whatever. We'll maybe get there at some point. I don't know when, but maybe. Across the room, but I am trying. Yeah, we've made a lot of progress since stream started, actually. Holy cow. Oh. I love how it like starts getting like slower the more I move in. But yeah, I remember like during New Year's, like usually like what my dad does is like we'll all get what's it like usually we'll just have like sparkling cider, which is great. Sparkling cider is delicious. I love sparkling cider. But since like everyone, since like I was an adult, I got to have champagne, and let me tell you, champagne is disgusting. I think champagne is really gross, low-key. Like, I personally would not go out of my way to have it. Thank you, Willow. Appreciate it. But yeah, I think just champagne's just kind of gross as an alcohol. Maybe it was because maybe it was cheap. I have no clue. I just didn't like it. But yeah. So like I was expecting like regular sparkling cider. So when I took a swig of it, I'm like, this is gross. What is in it? My dad's like, it's alcohol. I'm like, oh, you probably could have told me that actually. But yeah, that was technically my first bit of alcohol since I turned 21. I didn't really have alcohol before that. I think I accidentally, yeah, like one time my dad like made an alcoholic drink, but like, it was like a variation of like, this drink that wasn't alcoholic. So like when I saw it, I'm like, oh, I want to take a sip. So I took a sip of it. I'm like, oh god, it tastes so bad. What's in this? I learned later that there's alcohol in it, which is really funny. But that was like when I was like a young child. So I'm like, ew, god. So yeah, silly stuff like that. But yeah, I never like went out to a bar or did like have alcohol or anything when it was my 21st birthday. Was I even home for my 21st birthday? I might have been actually, yeah. But yeah, I've been chilling at home since then. My birthday keeps like sneaking up on me because it's like not something that I particularly like take note of. I'm like, occasionally like it'll just hit me like, oh god, it's like my birthday is in a couple days. Huh, that's neat. And I kind of just like move on with my life after that. Probably isn't like a normal reaction, but I just think it's funny because that's just how I react. How can you so funny? Oh, man. Okay, now that I think about it though, like having a summer birthday kind of sucked because like always during school you'd like people would like celebrate like, oh, my birthday's during like this month, and like all the summer birthdays, like, yeah, you don't get any celebrations during class or something. It's called, oh, a quinceañera. Yeah, I know what that is. And they had all the guests drink some form of champagne for a toast. Oh, it's water and drink it. Yeah, it sounds so cool. No, literally though, it's gross. I don't know what a quinceañera is though. I've been to one. A friend at the time. I was invited to hers. I'm like, oh, sick. It was a surreal experience because I'm gonna be so for real. I'm not a particularly religious person. Most of my friends aren't particularly like religious either. But at this quinceañera, at one point we all had to like start standing, and then they started saying something. But there's like a whole bunch of like there's like a bunch of stuff from the Bible. I'm like, what the? I don't know this. I've never felt like I was more in a cult than in that moment. Like not to like bash Christianity or anything, but like I was so confused because I've never witnessed this like in person before. I was not used to it. I'm like, what is happening right now? Like even some of like my super religious friends like knew like all the words of like while they were saying like, what is happening right now, guys? I'm baffled. Well, honestly, I don't really remember quinceañeras super well. I was, let's see, I think I was, yeah, I went like with my girlfriend at the time, and then there's like, we were like the core friend group. So that was the thing. Like it was like me, one of my best friends, my girlfriend, and like some other people from like the friend group. And we're all like wearing suits and stuff, formal attire. But like I cannot remember for the life of me what else happened at that thing. I just remembered everyone standing up it just so vividly because it terrified me. I'm like, I don't belong here in the slightest because like I'm an atheist. So yeah, it was it was quite an interesting experience, to say the least. I definitely never forgot it, so there's that. But holy cow. Then what I know, what I know. So yeah, very interesting time. How's the math part to it? At least more. Yeah. I think that's what it was, like the math bit. But yeah, I think it's like a thing that happens when you turn like 16 or something. I don't get why there was like such special importance placed on 16. Because like when I turned 16, I'm like, cool, I am older. And you know what, like a sophomore, 15? 15. I guess 16 is American culture thing. Christian household, I never really clicked for me. Yeah, that's fair. Or is this your parent wanting to believe in Christianity? I just don't understand. Yeah, no, exactly. I feel the same way. Like my grandparents, they're like heavily Hindu. I don't believe in it, so like, you know, praying to God and stuff, it's like I don't get it. Like occasionally, like my grandparents, like before I like go like have a big test or something, they're like Arky, come to our room. You must pray. And I'm like, yeah, okay, grandmother, I'll pray. So like I'll go along with emotions. I just like, I never like it never clicked with me, which is like fine. I think it's perfectly acceptable for like, you know. I don't think kids need to like share the religion of like, you know, a parent or like both their parents. Like I feel like this low-key kind of indoctrination, but like I think that is more of a heated opinion there. Is it Mexican tradition for family? Ah, gotcha. My friend Mexican? She might have been. I actually straight up do not remember her last name. Holy cow. I'm trying to understand it. Yeah, no, I tried. It's just like sometimes just stuff doesn't click for you. I don't know. I never had that moment where I'm like, yeah, there's definitely a god out there. It's like, if there is one, cool, I guess. But I won't believe it till I see it, you know. And then there's like a whole thing with like being agnostic, where it's like, yeah, you believe in a god, but like not with specific stuff. I think that's how the agnosticism works, which I think is also a very valid way to like, you know, interpret religion as well. I don't know, religion is a weird experience because like, I haven't had like particularly great experience with it personally. And this just comes from my like dislike of just certain traditions. I'm like, oh, yeah. I think it's more petty reasons, but like, yeah, you know. It's just like one of those things, like, you either get it or you don't, I guess. I think that's perfectly fine. Because like everyone's gonna have like their own interpretation of like how the world works, I think. At least I think that's just how it goes. And that's perfectly fine. God. Oh my god, it's taking forever, bro. Ah. You're quite terrifying. I'll be a bit insane. But yeah, I don't know. I have like opinions on this stuff, I guess. I remember at one point, like, I don't know if, yeah, you were a true Arkifer fan if you remember this, but April Fools, I think like 2 years ago. I didn't do it this year. 2 years ago, no, was it last year? I think 2023 actually. Am I a true Arkifer fan? Who knows? But I read like the Bible for an hour. It was an interesting experience. The Bible's a lot longer than I anticipated. Oh my god, almost like, oh my god, almost 2 years. That's crazy. I need to have this type of conversation here of all places. I feel weird now. No, you're all good. It's like one of those religion's like one. It's like a weird topic. It's like I believe in, like, you can believe in what you want, just don't like force it on other people. I think that's the best way. I think that's just like, I mean, for the most part, that's like the best way to, you know, go about life. 2 years and a month, kidder. Congratulations. Dang. Oh, follow age. What a fun mechanic. I remember when it broke for a bit, and then I just never bothered to fix it for a hot minute. Oh boy. Ah, you like stretch a bit. This just turned out a lot neater than I actually thought it, like, anticipated it would. I think that's pretty cool, actually. Not gonna lie. That is actually pretty neat. Holy cow. Super cool. Thank you, kidder. Man, it feels like weird, like, realizing how long I've known you, Cat. Anything out of place? No, you're good. I think my rules just say like be chill about stuff, so like you've been chill, so like I don't think you've said anything out of pocket necessarily. We're all good here. Yeah, like I've known you for a hot minute, Kat. I feel like yeah, I think I've known you for like 3 years at this point, question mark. Cause I joined Mythos during the summer between like my freshman and sophomore years. Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah. It's just like weird having that realizations at times. It's weirder when I think about Lily, because I've like known Lily forever. Like I met Lily in 3rd grade. We weren't friends for like all that time, but like I met Lily in 3rd grade. Like she was in my class and everything. We'd like chill on the bus and whatnot. But like, yo, we've been friends since like high school. So it's like that's a crazy long period of time. Was that like 8 years? A little bit over, because like we started talking again like middle school, technically, like 8th grade, like towards the end of the year. But yeah, it's just a weird thought. And then there's like some of my other friends where I think I have objectively known them for like a decade at this point, which is crazy. Let's see. I met one of my best friends in like 6th grade. Wait, so like 6th, 7th, 8th, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then 4 years of college. Oh my god. It's insane. I was like still people I talk to, so like holy cow. Like usually I'll have like friendships that just kind of get like kachowed by like probably like the 4-year mark or whatever. But like, damn. Hmm. What are our DMs are like so nonsensical, Cat. I don't know, there's like a couple people's DMs that like you know I'll look in and I'm like, what are our DMs? Like the entirety of my DMs with Marshy are just like memes. Like I don't DM Marshy often, but like I'll just like DM Marshy just a random meme, and then if it's like good enough, it'll get pinned, and that's just our bit. Kidder is in the house. But yeah, I don't know. It's very silly. I think our DMs now, Cat, have just been like about Epic, which is very funny. Extremely base behavior, I think. But yeah. Wait. That, like that. There we go. God, it's so okay. Like, having an entire layer for flowers is so funny. This cannot be the way. With the flowers, it looks a little silly, and then just adding the flowers, like, holy cow. Oh my god, I think it's the most detail I've put on a single layer before, just like pure line art. I need to draw more Epic the Musical, but it's just Alunera. Because I think that's just funny. Across the room, I am trying so hard. It's getting more cramped. That's good. I don't know what to put there. I think it's more of the 4-pronged ones. Like in theory, I could just probably go with this. Technically. Alright, I just don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to finish lining up all that space. I really feel crappy on a whim, so I'm arting. Understandable. That is fair enough. I don't know when time begins. I don't know when time. I don't know why I've been like feeling so exhausted lately. I haven't been technically doing a whole lot. Alright. Like I'll occasionally have like commission work and stuff that I'll do. But like for the most part, like I'm not necessarily doing too much to like get me exhausted. Well, like I've been needing to like take naps. Like I took a fat nap before like a stream today. Like what was it? Let's see. I clunked out at like 5:30. I woke up at like 6:30. I clunked out again for a bit, and I woke up at like 6:30. I'm just be like yeah. But like I also went to bed early like last night too. Like it's only it's only by like an hour, but like still. I don't know what happened. I don't know what's been up. But 'tis whatever. I'm still alive, so yeah. See, when I was listening to the song Premier Inn, I didn't realize the Premier Inn was like an actual like, place. Like, oh, this is like a neat song, a neat thing to have just a song about. Like, oh no, this is like an actual place. Crazy. But yeah, the more you learn. Can I live with the spaces in between? I mean, technically speaking, I can. So, like, I should. But I don't know. It's been strange. It's been like, because I stopped taking naps for a bit because my sleep schedule was like super messed up. Actually no, I had to take naps and stuff because like my sleep schedule was like really messed up where I'd essentially just be staying up all night, and like I'd like do a walk at like probably like 5 in the morning for like a couple hours, and then I'd like go back home and just like collapse in bed and then wake up at like noon. There was a period in time where my sleep schedule essentially just like broke in half, where I'd clunk out for like 4 hours, wake up, do stuff for a bit, then clunk out for like another 4 hours. It was miserable, let me tell you. Alright, do not break your sleeping schedule in half. It's not fun, in my opinion. At least in my experience, it wasn't fun. I mean, who knows, maybe it can work for some people. It did not work for me. I was not for it, personally. I remember that it happened for like a bit in college. I'm like, Jesus Christ, this sucks. Like, oh my god, get me out. I think I did finally manage to break the cycle, but oh my, no, I did finally manage to break the cycle. It just like took a while. I think it like took me like a week to get out of that. Like I straight up just have to resist like falling asleep and everything. And like, oh my god, it was exhausting. But we survived, so like, we made it. We out here making it, chat. So yeah. Alrighty. Honestly, I think I can call this like good, probably. Do I want to? I probably just want to make like one more thing. Kind of like going out there. What I know. That. And this goes like here. That, and then. That. No, it's like, I think it's neat to have like more stuff that tends to go like that. She's cool. I'm gonna just be like that, for real. Alrighty, well, I will call this probably, wait, I think this needs another bit here. Yeah, I will call this, good enough. So let me save, and I think I'll be ending it here. So thank you all for joining me, chat. Very cool of y'all. Do I feel like rating anyone today? I don't know if I do. Am I in the rating mood? I mean, I can. It's like, Yeah, we can raid Flame. / raid Flame Spirit 99. We shall do that. Cool, chat. You know what's up. Give Flame the good old raider for all that good stuff. And I will be talking to you all later. Goodbye. What?